YouTube family? We are back at it again with another video. This is a quick little update with the NBA and my thoughts. So here we are. We have one game down in the NBA 2020 NBA Finals, and might I add, I'm not. I was at a loss for words. I watched the game from start to finish, and it was mind-boggling, just absolutely positively mind-boggling about what we were able to witness yesterday. It is be, beyond words. Like what we witnessed is crazy. We're just going to get right into it, but before we go any further, of course, if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button and hit the post notification bell so that you get my videos as soon as they drop. And don't forget to smash that like button. But we're going to keep on going. We're going to pull up this info. So as you can see, this wonderful display here. Um, the Lakers won by 18 points. The Lakers won by 18 points. Now, that was pretty bad. I mean, to actually win a game in such fashion that they did and win by 18 points is pretty crazy. Even so, they had gotten up at one point by 32. 32 points. They went on a 75 to 30 point run between the second and third quarters. That is amazing because when the game first started, the Heat actually went up 23 to 10. And I was like, okay. And I'm sure I was not the only one thinking this. I was like, okay, the Heat are actually coming with some force. They doing their thing. They making some stops and doing all what they need to do, following the X and O's and all that kind of stuff. Thought this was going to be a series, but apparently the Lakers figured them out super early because after that 23-10 lead, that was all they wrote. The Lakers came back in the game. Rondo came in the game, hit a clutch shot. Then KCP hit two back-to-back threes, and it was a wrap from there. It was a wrap, which the Lakers exploited so many weaknesses in the Heat, both offensively and defensively. It wasn't even, I don't even know how to really quantify how badly this game looked for the Heat. So much so that, you know, I'm sure there's a lot of people who are like, the Heat gonna win this before, the game even started. Especially the diehard Heat fans that was like, yeah, the Heat gonna win, the Heat gonna win. But realistically speaking, we all knew the Lakers were going to win the series. But last night proved that this could actually end up being a daggone sweep. We might be getting the brooms for this. It might just end up being that way. I mean, let's be real. This might end up being a sweep, and not a gentleman's sweep like the last three rounds, where the Lakers actually got let them get a game. This might be a full-fledged 4-0 sweep. The Heat have a lot of adjustments they got to make, and they better make them joints fast. But what's going to be even worse is the fact that they got injuries to their three main players. Three main players got injuries now, and been kind of playing on the injuries. But just last night, that's not what you want. Bam went down with what seemed like a hurt shoulder. Now we find out he's got like soreness in his neck or something, torn something in his neck. Definitely not good. I mean, think about that. How much you use this area when you're playing sports. Like you gotta be able to move around. You gotta keep your head on what they call swivel. You gotta be able to move around and stuff. But if you got problems with your neck, you can't move around like you need to. Keep your eyes looking around whenever you need to. That's not gonna happen. So, um, Bam. Hopefully you get better soon, man. But I'm not even gonna lie. Even with you healthy, this don't look like it's a good deal for you, for the Heat, because Bam is their big man. Bam is their big man. That's really all they have. I mean, they have others like Kelly Olynyk, which I'm not the biggest fan of Kelly Olynyk, especially what he did to Kevin Love back in, I think it was 2016. No, it was 2015. 2015 when he tried to pull Kevin Love's arm off, but that's a whole nother topic. I think I actually made a video about that when that happened all those years ago, but that's beside the point. Um, but let's take a look at these stats real quick. So I don't know how well y'all can actually see them, but rebounds. That's a major statistic. The Lakers out rebounded the Heat 54 to 36. That's 18 more rebounds, and they capitalized off of them, I'm sure. Of course, this isn't going to tell how well they capitalized off of those, but 18 rebounds means that the Lakers had 18 more opportunities to score, whether it was offensive or defensive. Either way, the Lakers had 18 more opportunities to go in and uh, put up at least two more points on the board. That's never good. The assists were kind of equal. The ball seemed to have been moving equally as far as that's concerned. Assists 26 to 23. That's not really that big of a change, but that just means that both teams were not being selfish with the ball. It's moving around. Everybody was getting touches like they needed to. That's all that really means. Steals, that's pretty major because the Heat had three less. The Lakers had seven. The Heat had four. That means that another situation where the Lakers had three more opportunities to put at least 2 points on the board. Never good. Then, of course, on top of it, blocks that deterrent from being able to score. The Lakers had eight. The Heat had five. That means that was at least three opportunities that the Heat weren't able to do anything. Which is crazy because when you look at it, if you can see it here, the Lakers actually had more turnovers, 12-8. The Lakers had more turnovers, so that should have helped the Heat to actually get a little bit more. But I have a feeling that um, most of those turnovers happened in the start of the game. Is when I is what I remember, because that's part of how they got out to that lead, because the Lakers were turning the ball over a little bit, and that's how they jumped out to that 23-10 lead. But and then fouls. You see here fouls. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that all four extra times that the Lakers were fouled, or actually fouled, that they went to the line, so that doesn't necessarily equate to anything, but the opportunity was there. Again, as you see, Anthony Davis put up 34 points, 9 boards, 5 assists, and even got 3 of the 8 blocks from the Lakers. If he keeps playing like this is gonna this is gonna definitely help to solidify that championship. By the way, LeBron had 25 points, 13 boards, and 9 assists. He was 1 assist from having a triple double. Those two combined for 60 points, essentially. They're 1 point shy. They combined for 59 points, 22 boards, and 14 assists. Just two people. Just two people. You gotta think about that. That's something. That by itself says something. So, like I said, man, these Heat, they tomorrow, game 2. Yeah. Oh, and I didn't even mention. I almost forgot about the other injuries, especially to your main guy, Jimmy Butler. He's the most hype person you got on your team. He's your go-to guy. He rolled his freaking ankle, and badly too. That was painful looking. There's not really many words you can have for that. He rolled his ankle pretty bad. So he better make sure. I hope for his sake that he's icing the life out of that, icing it, wrapping it, all that kind of stuff that he needs to keep that joint in shape because he rolled that joint pretty bad. He did end up still having 23 points as you can see over there, but even had 2 boards, 5 assists, and 2 steals. But it's not looking too good. But their floor general Goran Dragic, he messed his foot up here. And it sounds to me from the reports it's not that good of a. It's not something that he's just gonna get right over. So he might not play for the rest of the series. So that's again, it's not really looking too good for the Heat. I mean, it wasn't really looking good for him anyway. Period. But now you factor in effort, injuries, size, and not only that, but the Lakers are faster. Seem to be faster. This ain't looking good for the Heat. This is looking like it might just be a sweep. But you guys, y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section below because this this game blew my mind. I was hoping it would at least be a little bit of a battle. With the grit that the Heat put on all the way up until this point. Oh well, before yesterday, it looked like they would have at least caught one game, and it's still possible. I mean, you got the legendary Pat Riley and Eric Spoelstra is a really good coach. So if they can put their minds together and come up with the right type of adjustments to at least make some kind of noise, make sure that they do everything to minimize those injuries, might actually work. But I have a good feeling like we're gonna be bringing out the broom. But again, like I said, y'all hit me up in the comment section below. Let me know what y'all think. We're gonna go ahead and end this video. And again, like I said at the beginning, if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button and hit the post notification bell so you get my content as soon as it comes out. And smash that like button so that you know, just for the support thing, man. We're trying to come up. We're trying to hit 1,000. We're gonna start small and be realistic. Go ahead and hit that 1,000 subs so I can start being charitable, man. I want to actually help y'all and be charitable and all that kind of stuff. I'm a big hearted guy, but also if you're new, you got tons and tons of content. Feel free to go back and check it out, see what you think, comment, hit me up, let me know what you think. But and tell me if y'all like this kind of content. Tell me what y'all think. Tell me how I'm doing. But I will catch y'all in the next video. Until next time.